Hello there and welcome to today's lore video featuring the Arcona species. Now the Arcona have big flat anvil shaped heads and sharp claws and clear marble like eyes, but they also have thick protective skin that ranged in tone from an olive to an ebony colour. The home planet of Kona, which is always hot, has very little water, and the atmosphere is completely filled with ammonia vapour, to which the Arcona adapted to by eating the ammonia converting roots of the complex flora on the planet as a source of water. They depended on the ammonia to live, and as a result, any Arconans living off-world had to take ammonia supplements or risk death. Contrary to what others think about their bulbous eyes, the Arcona actually had very poor eyesight. They are unable to detect fine shapes as they were made up of thousands of tiny photoreceptors, much like those of an insect, so they only saw blurry objects. In order to aid their poor eyesight, however, they did have a small diamond-shaped sensory organ between their eyes, which was often mistaken for their nose. This organ was used to detect heat patterns from living beings, thus allowing the Arcona to be able to recognize someone or something by its heat pattern. The Arcona also had olfactory organs located in their ever-moving tongues, and this helped them distinguish objects in their environment that they otherwise could not make out, and also gave them a keen sense of smell, much like reptiles. Arcona hardly ever thought of themselves as individuals, but rather as a collective whole, largely forsaking individuality and often referring to themselves as we, even when they are alone. They lived in loose family-based communities called nests, which themselves were ruled by a grand nest, and because they were born in nests underground, they obtained a close sense of family living in close quarters with their brothers and sisters. Now, when it came to the Arcona females, however, they were actually considered to be far more reckless and free-spirited than their male counterparts, and as a result, the males were usually the ones that raised the children. When courting a partner, the Arcona actually took a lot of time before making a commitment, because the commitment to marry was also a commitment to become a parent. Now, before they made contact with the greater galaxy, the Arcona were not technologically advanced. Although they eventually did use sentient technology, they never developed any of their own. And when scouts from the Galactic Republic first arrived on Kona, many Arcona were actually extremely enthusiastic about exploring the galaxy. Oftentimes, whole communities sought to travel off-world. And as a consequence, Arcona colonies were quite common throughout the galaxy. After adapting to other species' technology which wasn't present on Kona, the Arcona were commonly seen in every spaceport in the galaxy. The Arcona were also highly susceptible of becoming addicted to salt, which served as a hallucinogen to them. Their eyes would shift from green to gold after being addicted for some time, and the effects of salt on the Arcona kind of resembled that of just being plain drunk. There was an instance where an Arcona was seen in a cantina consuming some soup in which he had poured an entire salt shaker's worth of salt, and then he was seen stumbling out of a cantina like it was last call. In fact, off-world traders who went to Kona initially started trading water for mineral rights, but it didn't take them long to discover that salt was a highly addictive hallucinogen for them, and the traders then proceeded to import large amounts of salt before the communities eventually outlawed the dealings. In the long run, it was only the Republic that saved the Arcona from a pandemic addiction, passing laws which punished salt sales on Kona. In fact, the salt addiction got so bad and widespread among the Arcona species that the vast majority of people in the galaxy actually believed that the natural Arcona eye colour was gold and not green. And when the Galactic Empire rose to power, the Arcona made up a large portion of the institution's most vocal supporters when they learned of its desire to form a united galaxy, because this fit in with their notion of a uniform galaxy. And the Arcona quickly pledged support, but later down the line they eventually joined the New Republic during the Imperial Civil War. When Yu Zheng invaded the galaxy, the Arcona homeworld was attacked and invaded by the alien horde, and was only freed after the war's end by the Galactic Alliance. Also, force sensitivity was not uncommon among the Arcona, and while no Arcona were ever recorded as joining the Sith Empire, many Force-sensitive Arcona were initiated into the Jedi Order until the time of the Great Jedi Purge and the collapse of the Republic. Some notable Arcona were Vala Razel and Izel Waz, who were two Arconian Jedi Knights that served the Order after it was rebuilt during the time of the Galactic Alliance. And then there's also El Les, a bounty hunter during the Clone Wars who assisted in the training of new clone troopers for the Grand Army of the Galactic Republic. You actually see him in the Clone Wars series during that flashback episode where you see them training Domino Squad. And that is the Arcona species in a nutshell. So, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you all in the next one, and until then, may the Force be with you.